Alright, my name is Daylan Holladay, my daughter Corey, and my other daughter Darren. My son Shane, he's a cook, he made snickerdoodles today, and our dog Millie.
I made milk.
This video is to show what I've done over the last 3 months building an aquaponics system, and it's kind of taken up my backyard. There's kind of an overview. I'm kind of going to go through and explain what's going on here. I originally started the 2 tanks in the back over here were just going to be my fish tanks. So we'll start right here at the fish tanks. I have about 20 tilapia in this tank, and recirculating water through it, going through the line. This one's a little different. It has water recirculating through some duckweed tanks. Right now I just have the shade cloth off it. I have a shade cloth that goes over them to keep the algae down. The duckweed still grows with the shade cloth on it. So the water circulates through this tank, through these three tanks, and then into my fish tank. And I just fed, that's why there's still food on the top. Over here is my filter setup, my biofilter setup. In here I have some filter media down in the bottom. Down there you can see the blue down there. It's filtering the solids, and I have drains down in the bottom to drain the waste. Here's my another biofilter. I've got bath sponges in there. It all drains off into my sump. My first tank here is my sump tank. My nitrates have just recently established, so I probably jumped the gun by planting plants. Cabbage, I've noticed cabbage does well, so I planted cabbage. There's 2 cucumber plants. There's another little cucumber plant right there. There's a struggling cabbage plant. I think he's going to make it. We just transplanted him on Friday. Some jalapeno plants, they've been here about 30 days. They haven't done much, but my nitrates have just established in the last couple days, so I think things are going to change. Here's one of my tanks, grow beds. Here's some parsley, or here's some parsley right here. There's another thing of parsley, and we have some artichokes. There's 4 artichoke plants, but I think one of them is about to give up the ghost. There's my 4th artichoke plant. There's actually some growth there, so I've left him alone. There's some jalapeno plants. Here's my 3rd grow bed. I've got some basil growing. I planted some corn. It's actually doing really well. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to get up to the top of it to harvest it. It's probably going to be 10 foot tall. Here's some more cucumbers. There's a really healthy cucumber plant. Here's another head of cabbage I'm starting. Going over to my 4th grow bed. A little bit of a struggling cabbage. There's some tomato plants that have been there probably 2 weeks. They're very dark in color. Not sure what that is. Might have something to do with the muriatic acid that I put in the water. However, I've stopped with the muriatic acid because by covering my tanks with plastic, and putting boards over the openings has stopped algae growth. My water's cleared up, and the nitrates have started to establish. One of the things that are having a hard time with, which is I guess it's because we're more humane than we realize. Every time we check in our big fish tank over here, we have more babies. So my tanks down here that were just going to be stands for my for my grow beds are now housing roughly 300 fish each. So I probably have 300 fish in this tank, 300 fish in this tank, 300 fish in this tank, and also this tank over here has at least 300 fish in it again. Here's a grow bed that I just built yesterday. I used to have my duckweed sitting on top of this tank. That's why it's not covered with plastic yet, because I'm still establishing this. I've done this with rock. However, I don't recommend doing the rock because it's very, very, very heavy. When you add the water, the IBC toad is somewhat wiggly, and I'm afraid there might be troubles there. I'll show you my water heater setup. I just hooked it up this morning. I just made an outlet on my water supply, and I ran 200 foot of this irrigation tubing across the concrete in my backyard, across the area, and then back over into the sump tank. Just fed into the sump tank over there. I believe that in just today I raised the water temperature 10 degrees. I haven't been paying attention to how much the water normally raises during the day, so we'll see in days to come how it happens, but how it works. But I believe that it's going to work. So basically, there's my free water heater. I just wanted to make this video mainly for myself, so that in a few months I can go back and look at what I've done and see how things are going. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.